15 unreal facts about the Freemasons. Let's find out in our 15 facts about Freemasons that you didn't know. Welcome to Cash Street, where cash is always king. Number 1 is a substitution of Freemasons for stonemasons. How did they evolve from a guild of stonemasons and cathedral builders in the Middle Ages to the Freemasons we know today, given their veil of secrecy? Freemasonry began in 1717, according to many, but it dates back further. According to BBC.com, there is evidence that Freemason organizations have existed since the 1500s. These medieval guilds did not acquire an institutional structure until the turn of the 16th century, the moment that many people believe to be the beginning of modern Freemasonry. According to one theory, stonemasons frequently left their homes to work for months in other locations, and joining a society would ensure that they would receive assistance and fellowship wherever they worked. Others believe that it was a society in which trade secrets, new skills, and knowledge were taught or passed on. Number 2 is the recent passing of a well-known Freemason. He might give the impression that he has been around since the Freemasons began. He was, in fact, close to 100 years old, but that is not the case. In 1952, the late Prince Philip began his journey into Freemasonry at the age of 31. He was initiated into the Navy Lodge, advanced to the 2nd and 3rd degrees of Freemasonry in a matter of months, and remained a member of the United Grand Lodge of England until his passing. According to freemasonrytoday.com, he was patron or president of around 800 organizations and had a special interest in scientific and technological research and development, the encouragement of sport, the welfare of young people, and environmental conservation. You'll also learn that he's not the only famous Freemason. Number 3. Other Freemasons and their contributions to the fraternity. Some well-known people have been members of the Navy Lodge that Prince Philip was a part of in the past. They include the Hellenistic King George II, King George VII, and King Edward VIII. George Washington, Clark Gable, former U.S. Presidents Andrew Jackson and Theodore Roosevelt, Harry Houdini, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Mark Twain, Nat King Cole, Oliver Hardy from Laurel and Hardy, and a slew of other well-known individuals are among the other notable individuals. This is just the tip of the iceberg. According to The Guardian, there are 6 million Freemasons worldwide, with 200,000 residing in the United Kingdom. Number 4. Every lodge has its own interpretation of the initiation process, and candidates are required to go through a unique procedure before becoming members, according to The Guardian. Master, apprentice, and journeyman are the 3 levels. Members are initiated into a lodge when they are inducted. Once a member joins a lodge, they're automatically members for life, but they can leave at any time. To demonstrate their health and freedom, candidates must roll up one leg of their trousers in order to demonstrate that they are not women. They must expose their left breast, a point on which we will need to elaborate later when discussing women and Freemasonry. The new member is blindfolded and led into the lodge meeting room, where he is shown some secret signs such as the handshake, a word and a symbol, and a rope noose known as a cable tow, which symbolizes his ties to his fellow Masons. Number 5. What connection does it have to religion? First of all, Masons may not discuss politics or religion in meetings. Freemasonry is not a religion, which has made it difficult for many Catholics who want to join a society because the Catholic Church condemns it. Because of their concerns regarding Masonic temples and the rituals that took place within them, the Church has been hostile to the Masons since 1738. The Vatican referred to the Masons as Satan's synagogue in the 19th century. Since 1983, the Church has maintained that its principles are incompatible with the Church doctrine and that membership in them is still prohibited. According to History.com, adherents who join Masonic organizations are in a state of grave sin and may not receive Holy Communion. Number 6. What beliefs do Freemasons hold? To become a Freemason, one must believe in a supreme being or higher deity such as the gods of Islam, Hinduism, or any other religion. The great creator of the universe is this God. Despite the fact that atheists are not welcome, Freemasons take responsibility for their actions on earth so that when they meet their maker, they can attest to having lived a good life. An atheist would not have this accountability. and Freemasonry would not have any obligation to Freemasonry or its beliefs. Number 7. Freemasons can be women. The Honorable Fraternity of Ancient Freemasons was established in 1913, and by 1958, they have renamed the Order of Women Freemasons to make the single-sex issue more prominent. There are nearly 5,000 female Freemasons. During ceremonies, the women don regalia and wear white robes around their necks. According to BBC.com, who wrote about Dialazaza Nikhil's initiation, she bared her right arm, left breast, and knee while a noose was placed around her neck during her first degree initiation. They follow a similar initiation process to the one we discussed earlier. Number 8. Let's dispel some myths about Freemasonry. You can only imagine the stories that have been told about the world's oldest fraternal organization. The following are a few Freemasons who are responsible for U.S. income taxes. When tried in court, Freemasons received lighter sentences because they fabricated the moon landings and managed to conceal the existence of the Earth as a flat planet. Humanoid reptiles are to blame for societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati. Number 9. Do the Masons welcome gay members? Gay people can join Freemasonry because, in general, being gay is not anti-Masonic. However, just as the process of initiation can be modified to fit a particular lodge, so can this outlook. When two gay farmers from Tennessee got married in 2016, this came to light. A letter stating that their marriage was un-Masonic was sent to the men, both of whom were Freemasons. According to NPR.org, lodges from Belgium to California are urging Tennessee to lift the ban because they believe it jeopardizes the organization's long-term viability, which is attempting to remain relevant and attract younger members. England's national newspapers carried advertisements from the Freemasons in 2018, urging an end to discrimination against their members. According to BBC.com, the United Grand Lodge of England confirmed that members from all walks of life were welcomed, but that some were unfairly stigmatized. Number 10. Is Freemasonry a source of income for Freemasons? The answer is no, and the question has been exacerbated by Freemasons. As Nigel Brown, a former United Grand Lodge of England Grand Secretary, tells BBC, it is completely against the rules to network within Freemasonry and attempt to use it for one's own benefit. Freemasons don't make money. Their job is to help people in trouble. In fact, they excel at giving away wealth. Donations and fundraising are very important to the Freemasons. The headlines Masonic Lodge prepares for a Chilean gumbo fundraiser and how the Freemasons of Cary Grove help the community can be found with a quick online search. The Cambridgeshire Freemasons have contributed £1 million to the 32nd Scouts in Greenock in support of the pandemic. Number 11. What nations oppose Freemasonry and why? According to the wiki, countries have prohibited people from joining Freemasonry at various points in their history. This practice is referred to as anti-Masonry, which refers to open opposition to Masonry. A leaflet published in 1698 by a London Presbyterian minister by the name of Winter is the earliest known record of an anti-Masonic document. The Soviet Union outlawed all secret societies in 1922. Freemasons were viewed with suspicion by Nazi Germany, and it is believed that between 80 and 200,000 Freemasons were murdered in Nazi-occupied nations. In 1925, Benito Mussolini declared that Freemasonry was a political organization and banned it in Italy. In 1964, Egypt outlawed Freemasonry, and in 1965, Syria outlawed all lodges. It is alleged that, with the exception of Lebanon and Morocco, it is still illegal in Arab countries. Number 12. What draws people to become Freemasons? You're joining the oldest fraternal organization in the world, but you already know that being a Freemason has no financial, social, or even judicial benefits. Number 13. Which Masonry-related symbols are significant? As we mentioned earlier, the stonemasons, who were the forerunners of Freemasons, were free to move around. As Dr. Matthias Pullman for DW.com suggested, handshakes were introduced to keep professional secrets and prevent betrayal. Freemasons continue to use passwords and handshakes as a result. The square in compasses is one of the symbols of Freemasonry. The circle of the fraternity is the compass, and the square shows how each member should act. The three pillars in the center of the Masonic temple represent beauty, strength, and wisdom, and the level of the water suggests that everyone is equal. Each member is responsible for continuously working on their own personal growth. Number 14. Is a secret society still necessary? Freemasons have frequently stated that they are not a secret organization. They are a secretive society. According to an article published by NPR.org, Freemasons believe that they are needed more than ever. There is a decline in membership, and many Freemasons had hoped that the community would recognize the significant impact the Masons were having on the lives of others and join them. Number 15. What other shady organizations are still in existence today? Okay, they're not exactly secret if we're talking about them here, but let's move on. Many of the Illuminati members assert that they are the direct descendants of the original Bavarian Illuminati. The Bilderberg Group, which is primarily comprised of elites from North America and Europe and is an invitation-only society, is the next not really a secret. The Order of the Skull and Bones from Yale University and the Caribbean Senior Society, which was established at the University of Tennessee in 1915. Thank you from Cash Street, where cash is always king.